first I'm going to take my BRP box. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can get these at brpboxshop.com. They're also on Instagram, BRP Box Shop. Okay, so I have it put together. It's really simple. I have my holes poked. This box holds 12 to 18 cake pops, so I need to do 18. So I'm gonna go ahead and poke all the holes in this. Ignore my thumbs, people. They're like, I cannot get the dye out of my fingers, which is why I'm happy for my gloves. They're just like constantly looking crazy. Okay, so how much do you charge for your, oh, I missed that part. If you're asking how much I charge for the boxes, that's what I'm gonna guess. These boxes are $1.90 when you buy them in a bulk of 50, the white ones. They're $1.90 each. I charge $4 for them, and when I decorate them, I charge $6. Thank you. You can actually watch my Periscope. So there's a baby wipe over there I was cleaning with. Okay, you can watch the Periscope I just did on them. If you didn't see it, just did it. Okay. So, using my Argyle paper, this is a 12 by 12 Argyle paper. If you know anybody who might want to watch this, invite them on over. Thank you. If you weren't here a second ago to see how I made them, you can watch them when this is over. Okay, so a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, okay? I'm going to take it now. Awesome. I need to learn how to do cookies. Okay, so this will not cover the box like completely, but that's okay. It's going to leave like a tiny little, no one's going to notice that. It'll be okay. Thank you. So this can be like kind of complicated, and you're going to think like I'm a Japanese origami master after this is over. But rewatch it, and you can catch it on YouTube. It's going to save now. So what I'm going to do first is make sure, without bending the I'm just going to kind of lift it up. I want to make sure it's going to be like even on both sides. I don't want too much white exposed. So I'm looking at both sides. That looks good. That's decent. Okay. So that means I have it where I want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and put a crease right there. So I hear that there's a way to do this with some kind of creasing stuff, but I'm just going to keep doing it this way in the meantime. Okay. I'm just holding it up without creasing it to see if it's going to look the way I want. I'm going to slide it a tiny bit this way, staying on the crease. I can see the crease right here. They're harder for the thicker sticks. Maybe like cookie sticks or something. I get my sticks from Patty's Cake Pops. Okay, so see, I haven't folded it, but I can see it's nice and even. So I haven't creased it yet. But now I can, because I know it's where I want it to be. So I'm going to just bend it and crease it along the box right here. Just putting a crease right here. I'll turn this side so you can see what I'm doing. And then a crease on this section too. So creasing it right there. Thank you for the hearts. Hi, welcome back. Okay. So, and then I'm going to crease this section as well. So I have this crease going on here. You just saw me do that. And then I'm going to crease on this section as well. I'm doing this so I'll know where to cut and fold here in a second. I know the dimensions of my box. I mean, I could like draw it out and you can measure it out, but I like to do it this way. So now I have this paper. It's got some creases in it, and we are going to set the box aside, and we're going to fold on those creases. So I'm going to start with this one first, the most inside crease first. Okay, I got a little oil there, but it's okay. A little, because it doesn't show through. We're going to start here and bend it. Now, before I smash the crease in, I'm looking at this section here to make sure it's lined up even. Otherwise, you could end up with like something like this, and you don't want that. So along this crease, I want to make sure it's even on the side of the paper. And it is. Now I can go ahead and crease it along. I'm going to flip it on the other side and do the same thing along the crease I already put in. I know this seems like super complicated, but once you get the hang of it, you're going to love it. Some people have already tried it from watching my other Periscope, and they look great. Trendy Treats by Wilma tried it. It looked wonderful, and a few other people. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this crease as well that I did. Again, checking to make sure that here on the side, it's lined up with the other paper. That way I know I have a straight line. I'm going to do that on the other side as well. I've been decorating my BRP boxes for well over a year. I love to decorate them to match my themes, and my customers love it too. Okay, so now turning it sideways to do these creases, and then we're almost done with the creasing part. Again, making sure that it lines up on the side here and it's nice and straight. Okay, other side. Last bend, and then we're going to do some cutting. Okay, lined up nice and straight there. Sorry if I'm repeating myself 1,000 times. Okay, so now we have all these like creases, which again, I've heard that there's a Martha Stewart tool that can help you with these creases, but in the meantime, I don't have it. Okay, so now we got our scissors out. So this is, I'm not sure if everybody can see this. This is the long side. You can see this is how this is gonna fold. This is the long side of the box. So the box is gonna sit in here like this. See? And it's gonna fold up. Okay. I'm gonna turn that around like this. So it's long side, I'm facing up. Okay, and I'm gonna cut right here. I'm gonna get it close so you can see. I'm gonna cut along this crease. Can everybody see this crease here? Up to this crease. I'm gonna do that there and here and on this side and this side, and then I'm gonna do it again on the other side. So I'm gonna cut this crease up to here to where it bends, and this crease up to here. Now I know this seems like a lot of work and everybody's like, what's the point? But you'll see in the end. Okay, so I'm going to cut along the crease. You want to stay along the crease because if you don't, it can overlap on your box and then you're going to have to do a lot of cleanup with cutting and things like that. So that's why I did these creases. So again, hopefully everybody can see. I know it's hard. We're going to cut along the crease up to the other one, making sure to stop on it. Okay, and we're going to flip it over and do the other side. So we're seeing long side this way. And we're almost done with this section, and then we're just going to fold it and hot glue it. You can use double-sided tape for this next section. I did in the beginning. And then I decided that hot glue made it look better. It stayed down better, so. I didn't cut along the crease. It's going to cause me a problem, but we'll fix it. It's good to mess up, and you can see what to do when I mess up. It's getting away from me. Okay, cutting along the crease here, up to the other fold. There we go. Okay, now time to put it in the box. Here we go. Let's back up a little bit. Where did you get the styrofoam holder in the back? This is not styrofoam. This is a cake stand from Casey Bakes. You can find her on Casey Bakes. So, Casey Bakes on Instagram. Okay, so now we're going to put the box in it. A bone folder cheap at Michael's. Okay, I'll check it out. So now we're putting the box in it. We're going to line it up with all those creases we did. We're going to start long ways. So I've lined it up. You can actually just kind of fold this a little bit and then put your hand at the bottom and then push, and you can feel that it lines up. So, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. Let's go ahead and we're going to cut this little portion down a little bit. This tiny little tab here on the end. We're just going to go ahead and cut that down now before we have to do it later. You don't have to do this part. I'll show you why I do it though. When we fold it, I don't want like paper to be hitting against it, so I like to cut it down sometimes. Okay. So, again, pushing it against like this. And then we're going to put some hot glue. This is why I need one of those creasing things, right? Okay. We're going to put some hot glue right along this edge and stick this there. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure that all these lines are meeting up, that all these creases are meeting up. We don't want to have to redo creases. Okay, so hot glue right here. Got to work quickly here. There we go. And then the other side the same way. Okay. I have to do more. I think it maybe dried before I stuck it. Let's put a tiny bit more right here. There we go. Okay, so we have the sides done. Or the long sides done. This is the part that's going to need a lot of gluing. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of glue here to put this tab down. Hopefully Hopefully everybody can see. Okay, a little bit of glue there. Oops, sorry. A little bit of glue here on this side. Okay, gonna glue this tab down. Gonna kind of do like a zigzag pattern there. And then here. Okay. Okay, so for this here, see, it's not going to go all the way up, so you don't want to just put lines here, and you don't always know exactly where it'll meet. So the best way to do this is to put the glue directly on the paper, really lightly and fast, if you have a super freaking fast hot glue gun like I do, and then push it up. Yay, glue strings. Okay. Okay. We're going to clean that up in a second. I'm going to show you how to do it. Make sure that your surface is clean when you're doing this, or else you're going to get stuff all over the top of your box. Okay, so again, a little dab there. Just go ahead and do the sides completely. A little zigzag here. Press it over. Little spot here. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. I can't wait for you to see the end product with these cute little... Look, I didn't fold it on the crease and I messed it up. Okay. Golf ball cake pops in there. See what happened when you don't make sure the crease is right? I have a little overhang. I'm going to go ahead and snip that off. Or you could just fold it, but I'm just going to go ahead and snip it. There we go. I'm running out of glue. Thank goodness I'm on my last bit. Okay, there we go. I got a little funky in there. Okay, and then again, I'm going to put a little glue along the edges here. I need another glue stick. I should have been prepared for the glue to run out. Just grabbing a glue stick, guys. Okay. There we go. Okay, gonna put it again on directly on the paper. That way every part is pushed down. See, if I put it directly on the box, try to imagine this, and I put it on the inside, the paper's gonna fold a little. So I like to put it directly on the paper. Now notice the overhang. We're going to clean that up a little bit. I'm searching the scissors. Thank you for the hearts. They're so pretty. Okay. So I love that we can do that we can show love for each other that way. It's so cool. Okay, so I'm just taking a look at my box and cleaning it up some. You know, those little stringy parts that like to get away from you. They're all over the bottom of my box. Little strings. Okay. It's folding a little here. I don't like that because it could like rip. So I want to go ahead and put a little dab there. There we go. Don't be afraid to mess up. You learn from your mistakes. Okay. Put this little dab right there. Okay, that looks good. Nice and clean. This is, you might not be able to see this, but there's a little lip right there and I don't like it. So I'm just going to trim it off. There we go. That's it. Now, time to poke holes so we can put the cake pops in, right? We're almost done. So the best way to do this, let me get another box and I'll show you. I'm running out of boxes, guys. Okay, the best way to do this is to put another box against it so you have a good idea of where the holes are. That's just the way that I do it. Otherwise, you can end up with holes all up in the top there. I'm sure there's a way to do this in a better way, but... Okay. So, brpboxshop.com. Okay. If the paper is thin enough, which this one is, since I poked the holes, I can actually feel them. If you use thicker paper, I often use gold paper. If you use a thicker paper, you might not be able to feel the holes. I can. I use the skewers for everything. Use your little skewer, poke a hole right in it. I can feel that right there. So if you use thicker paper, you might not be able to feel where the hole is. And then you can just put the box against it and kind of, you know, or you can measure it out. I think they're like 2 inches apart. It's important not to try to make a new hole because BRP does these boxes in a way where there's 2 layers. The first layer holds your cake pop in place. The second layer holds it steady so they don't tilt. So just poking the holes. I need to do all 18 holes because that's funny, all 18, that's funny. Because there's 18 cake pops for this order. And I know there's going to be one right here in the center. I'll answer questions at the end, guys. Sorry, I haven't been able to see my iPad, so. I'm just poking the holes. Now these are just going to be like the marker for where to put my cake pop. I got one more to do. One more to go. Why is this one trying to run away from me? There it is. Okay. If you're not 100% certain where that hole is, take it easy because you don't want to poke holes all in your paper. Especially this lighter paper. The thicker paper is a little bit more forgiving. See how I'm kind of using this one as a mark to where the other one is? So I'm going from here to there and using this as a marker to find the other one really easy. I know this one's in the middle. The first one's always the hardest to find. Uh-oh. There we go. 4 more to go. This is not the fun part. This is a lot of work, which is why I charge $2 extra. So if you're thinking about profit-wise, I'm selling them for $4, I'm buying them for $1.90. That's $2.10 profit on these boxes. And this paper is like 99 cents, and I don't even think it's that. Sometimes you get them 3 for $1. You know, you get paid for your work. Okay, one more thing I need to show you is these boxes have these tabs, and you put them in here, and so you can put the cover on it. We need to cut that tab out so I can put that tab in there. I'm just going to kind of go like this so you can find it, and take an X-Acto knife that doesn't have candy melt on it. I need to wash this one. And put it, there you go. You're just going to kind of lightly put that in there like that. So see, now you can put this tab in there. When they get these to the party, they can cut these tabs, they can take the lid off and they can cut the tab off, or they can fold it under, and so you won't see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the cake pops in it. Who's ready for that part? It's going to be fun. It's going to be so cute. I can't wait. Okay. So I'm going to do every other one. Get your best looking cake pops for the front. Ooh, so cute. I'm so excited. Thank you for the hearts. Okay. And then I'm going to do, the second row is that row of just 3. Let's do, can you see all this? Let me tilt it. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. Much better. Sorry. There we go. For the next row, put this one in the back, this one here. Sometimes BRP box shop, if you do something like this, or anytime you use a BRP box, tag them, hashtag BRP box shop on Instagram, and they'll share your work. It's a great way to get some more followers on your Instagram. Sometimes they'll print your work. They did that with one of mine before. They print it and then give it to their box makers so they can see what they have inspired. So that's really it. It's so easy to make the boxes once you get used to it. Don't be intimidated by how overwhelming it seems. The first time I made a box, it took me over an hour. So try it out, get used to it, and then you can decorate all of your boxes to match your themes. I did decorate this box. That's what we just did. That's what we just watched. And so see, guys, what do you think? Here, let me put something behind it so you can see it better. What size stickers are the, you have to rewatch this, the scope I did right before this. It's actually tape and I cut it down. So it's tape that I cut down. So I'm happy I found some Argyle paper. So, I mean, you can go to any craft store, get a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and decorate it any way you want to match your theme. I have done circus cake pops with some red and white striped paper. It really sets it off. And you get paid a little bit extra, you know, for the work to make it look good. So I'm happy you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. Any other questions before I go? Maybe about my scope on how to make these that I did right before here? What size sticks do I use? So these are the, oh Lord, what size is this? I use the 6-inch sticks I get from Patty's Cake Pops. You can find them on Instagram. I use those for the front and the middle. For this, I believe this is an 8-inch stick. So this is an 8-inch stick to fit the top 6. No problem. Any other questions? Now that we're at the end of the scope, what did I miss? Thank you for the hearts. They kind of match the box, huh? Whoever's got the green hearts. Thank you.